This
is Woodside Church Kids.
Hi, my name is Vicky, and you might not have seen me in Excite at Woodside East. That's because I'm one of the Engage leaders. So today I'm going to tell you a story about one of the characters. He's a boy, and you might have heard of him, and his name is David. Now I've got some help today. All my teddy bears are all set up, and they've all got very funny names on. If you can read those names, I'm going to tell you their names in a minute. Now, the story about David is he was a shepherd boy. Now, do you know what a shepherd is? Let's have a look. They look after animals that are fluffy, and they look after animals that are white, and the animal makes the noise of, can you make it? Yes, it goes bear. That's right, it's a sheep. And there's some sheep on this page. Can you see those sheep on there? Yes, you can. Well, those are some sheep. Now, David, being a shepherd boy, was about 10 years old, about 10 to 13 years old. And one day he was on his field looking after those sheep. He had to look after the sheep because sheep just do wander off. They just go off wherever they want because they eat lots and lots of grass. And if there's some yummy grass over there, they will go. But they have animals that come after them. And those animals are big and orange, and they go, rah! What might that be? A lion, that's right. So they have lions which can attack them, and they have animals that are big bears. Brrr. I don't know what an animal like a bear makes. I don't know what sound. Do you know what sound a bear makes? Because I'm not sure. Have a go, have a think. Well, anyway, these animals would often go after the sheep, so they had to have the shepherds to look after them, and David was very, very good at it. Now, David had some brothers living at home, and these are the brothers, and I'm going to go with them. And while David was on his fields looking after his sheep, a man called Samuel comes to knock on their doors and said to his dad, and his dad was called Jesse, he said, Jesse, I've come to look at your sons because God wants to make one of them a king in the future. Really? He said, yes. He said, well, let me introduce you to my sons. Come. So he says, let me introduce you to my eldest son, my first son, Eliab. He is a very strong, handsome boy, and he is bound to be the one that God wants to be king. Isn't that right, Eliab? No, God doesn't want him. Samuel said, no, God said, I don't want him to be the next future king. Step forward, Abinadab. Abinadab, hello. Samuel said, no, I'm afraid God says no, he's not the one. Oh, sorry, Abinadab, you're not going to be the one either who's going to be a king in the future. In walks son number 3, Shemaiah. Shemaiah's lovely, isn't he? He's a very cute teddy bear. Shemaiah, are you going to be the next king? You think you might be? I'm afraid not. No, God says no, it's not going to be you, Shemaiah. Nathaniel. Do you know anyone at your nursery or at playgroup who is called Nathaniel? Well, this man was called Nathaniel, and he was also one of the brothers. Nathaniel, do you think you might be the king? You do. Well, God, I wonder what God told Samuel. No. God told Samuel, no, this is not the chosen son, the chosen one. Oh no, we're running out of sons here. Running out of boys. Well, this brother came along called Rodday, and he also thought, maybe I'm going to be the king, maybe God's going to anoint me. No, not today. And then there was the last son, the number 6. Ozem, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Ozem, does he think he was going to be the next king? He does think he's going to be the next king. What do you think Samuel went? That's right, Samuel said, nope, God's told me this isn't the son. And Samuel said to Jesse, the dad, Samuel, have you got any more sons? And he goes, well, I have actually. There is one more son, and he's a shepherd boy on the fields. So I'm going to introduce you to David. Good boy, come here. Come here. Come here. Children of Excite. I have filmed this film so many times, and so many times my dog comes into view. And right now, I want him to come in, and he's not playing a game. I think my Richard's gone to go and get some treats for him. My dog loves these treats. Come on then, Manny. Come and get us. Come on and get one of these. Come on. Come and get it. This is incredible. See, sheep are a little bit like this. Sheep often don't do what they're told. There we go. That's the sheep for the shepherd boy. So this is a shepherd boy in my story. And this is Manny, and he's my pet. And he's my dog, and he's 4 years old nearly. And Manny is very handsome and beautiful, but he barks a lot. But I know he looks nice, and I love my dog very, very much, even though he sometimes doesn't want to come into the video. Thank you, David. That's very kind of you. You can go back and tend your sheep now. Just for your information, I do have a teddy bear. I do have a rabbit, and my rabbit runs around my garden all the time. And it's like he really is a shepherd, because he often chases after my rabbit. Doesn't hurt him, never ever hurts him, but he does chase after him sometimes. And Manny is very, very sweet, and he's a very good dog. So I'm going to read you the story. Now I've told you the story, I'm going to read it to you because it's only very short. And it's like this. David, don't hurt any of your brothers, will you? He's just sniffing them. I think he can sniff some treats that I've hidden. No, he's just checking his brothers out. So we're going to leave David to carry on sniffing his brothers out. If he runs away with one of my teddies, will you tell me? If he picks one of my teddies up, will you tell me? There, he hasn't. Okay, David, the shepherd boy. You got your ears switched on? Lovely, here goes. And you can see the pictures. This little boy here is David. This man with the grey hair is called Samuel, and these young boys here are the other brothers. So see if you can remember. Jesse, which is his daddy, Jesse had some sons, and they lived in a place called Bethlehem, and that was a place where Jesus was born. Do you remember? We celebrate that at Christmas time, don't we? God sent a man called Samuel to come and visit them. He had an important job to do, and Samuel had to choose one of the sons to be the next king. Jesse brought his sons to meet Samuel, and each time God said to Samuel, no, he will not do. He will not be the new king. Well, what will Samuel do now? So Jesse tells Samuel that he has another son, and he goes through each of them, and what did God say? No, that's right. God said no. He told him that he had one more son called David, and we had him as my dog Manny, didn't we? And David was the youngest son, and he was on the hills looking after what was the animal? Were they bears? No. Were they penguins? No, that's being silly. Were they horses? No. They were sheep, that's right. And what noise does a sheep make? Bear. Oh, and I don't know if you can see this. What's this? This is a rabbit. This is my rabbit called Harley. Hello, Harley. And I'm going to pretend he's one of the sheep that David's looking after. And Harley's lovely bunny rabbit. Hello, Harley bunny rabbit. So David comes to meet Samuel, and he saw David. He said, yes, that's the right son. And one day he will be king. And Samuel pours some special oil onto David's head to show that David was special to God. Now, David knew God loved him very much and had chosen him for a really important job. And that's where my story finishes. That book is from the big Bible storybook, and we used to use those all the time a long time ago. We love those stories. So yes, God looks at your heart. He doesn't mind whether you're tall or short. He doesn't matter whether you're fat or whether you are thin, whether you have black hair, whether you have orange hair, whether you have blue hair. Some people do have blue hair, yes. They don't mind. God doesn't mind what you look like. He really doesn't. He wants to look at what's in your heart. He thinks who you are is far more important than what you look like. And that doesn't matter if you are handsome, whether you are tall, doesn't matter. What matters is what you are as a person. So, next time you're being unkind to someone, just think, I don't want to be unkind to somebody. I need to be really, really kind. And see if you can do that. See if you can smile at somebody, or maybe ask someone in your house if you can help them today. Have a lovely day. Have lots of fun doing whatever you're doing. Maybe you'll put your teddy bears in a row and you're going to tell them stories. Maybe you can sing songs with them. Maybe you've got a pet that you could sing to. I don't know. Maybe you could tell your I've got a tortoise as well. Maybe you could sing to your pets as well. I'm going to show you quickly what my tortoise looks like too. So yes, I have these teddy bears are all wearing the Lighthouse t-shirt. Can you see the Lighthouse t-shirt? I've borrowed them from church because I had to wash them all because we had some rain coming in our cupboard and they got a bit wet. So we put them through the washing machine. So that's my teddies. And this, you've seen my dog Manny, and you've seen my rabbit called Harley, and this is my tortoise called Plod. And Plod is nearly 30 years old. In September he'll be 30 years old. And my dog Manny sniffs him and tries to push him over, and he never hurts him. He doesn't do anything else. He just puffs it with his nose. That's all he does. Hello. And that's him barking. Okay, have a really good day, guys. Look after your pets, and we will see you very, very soon. Oh, that's Manny saying goodbye. Take care, everyone. Have fun. I'll see you at Woodside soon. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to check out this week's Woodside Kids Weekly for all the fun crafts and activities Matty has planned. See you next week!